Hello, and thank you for joining us. Ever been in a position to make a choice that could mold an entire community? A few years back, I was part of a small community group, vibrant yet lacking structure, a place where ideas were abundant but lacked focus. I was simply another member, content to contribute, but never really taking the lead. However, life had a different plan. Our leader, a well-respected individual, unexpectedly stepped down, creating a void that demanded filling. To my surprise, I was chosen to succeed him. Me, a novice with no experience, was suddenly thrust into the limelight. That day remains vivid in my thoughts. The room buzzed with anticipation and uncertainty as votes were tallied. Hearing name resonating around the room, a wave of disbelief swept over me. Leading a group making crucial choices seemed overwhelming, but the group's faith in me was tangible, pushing me to accept the role. Accepting the leadership mantle was not a decision I made lightly. It was a commitment, a responsibility I couldn't shake off. I was faced with the task of rising to the occasion, confronting the challenges head-on, despite doubting my own skills. The initial phase was a swirl of emotions: excitement, fear, uncertainty, determination. I was delving into the unknown, conscious that my actions would directly influence the group and the community we represented. It was a heavy load, but one I was prepared to bear. Little I know, this unexpected leadership role was the beginning of a new, challenging yet immensely rewarding journey. Every move, every choice, every triumph and setback molded me into a leader. With no prior experience and immense reluctance, I took the step, unaware that this would become the turning point of my leadership journey. In those first few weeks, our group faced a pivotal challenge: the annual community fair. This was no ordinary event. It was a tradition of unity for our community, and it was on the verge of cancellation due to lackluster management in the past. With the clock ticking and the fair's date looming, the pressure was palpable. I could feel it, like a heavy weight on my shoulders, pushing me to act and to make a difference. This was no walk in the park, far from it. It was an uphill battle, a test of tenacity, determination, and leadership. I stepped in, eager to try to make a change, but my initial attempts were met with skepticism. The community, divided and in disarray, questioned my decisions, my abilities, and my plans. Resistance was the order of the day, and I found myself swimming against the tide. The whispers of doubt grew louder, echoing in my mind. Was I capable? Could I really pull this off? I was just a member of the community, suddenly thrust into the spotlight, expected to lead when I had never walked this path before. I questioned myself, my decisions, my ability to bring about change. The pressure was mounting, and I felt like I was in over my head. But I knew I couldn't back down. The community fair was more than just an event. It was a symbol of unity, a cherished tradition that brought us together. I had to step up, to face the challenge head on, to prove to myself and to the community that I could lead, that I could make a difference. As the days turned into weeks, I found myself consumed by the task at hand. The fair was all I could think about. I was determined to succeed, to prove the skeptics wrong, to bring the community together, but doubts lingered, casting a shadow over my efforts. Doubts crept in, and I felt like I was in over my head. It wasn't just about coordinating an event. It was about rallying a divided community, and that's when I had my epiphany. Leadership wasn't about issuing commands from a pedestal. It was about understanding the people you are leading, their passions, their fears, their dreams. It was about listening, really listening. And I realized that our group's strength lay in its diversity, in the melting pot of ideas and perspectives that each member brought to the table. We had the passion, we had the ideas, but we lacked the glue that held it all together. So I decided to introduce structure without stifling creativity. I implemented structured meetings with clear, concise agendas. It was a simple change, but it brought a sense of order and purpose to our discussions. Ideas were no longer lost in the chaos. They were heard, acknowledged, and built upon. Next, I focused on task delegation. Each person in our group had unique strengths and skills. Some were good at logistics, others had a knack for public relations, while some were natural problem solvers. I made it my mission to match tasks to these strengths, to ensure that everyone was working on something they were good at and passionate about. This not only increased efficiency, but also boosted morale and fostered a sense of ownership among the team. Communication, however, was the game changer. I established open lines of communication, promoting a culture where everyone felt comfortable voicing their opinions, their concerns, their ideas. No idea was too small, no concern too trivial. This created an environment of mutual respect and trust, where everyone felt valued and heard. Slowly but surely, the atmosphere started to change. Skepticism turned into collaboration, resistance into enthusiasm. Each meeting, each discussion, each task became a step forward, a step towards our goal. The turning point wasn't a grand dramatic moment. It was a series of small, consistent changes that transformed the way we worked, the way we thought, and the way we viewed ourselves and each other. And that, my friends, is the power of transformational leadership. Slowly, the atmosphere changed. Skepticism turned into collaboration, and resistance turned into enthusiasm. The day of the fair arrived, and it was a success beyond our expectations. As the first rays of sunlight washed over the town, the fairgrounds buzzed with anticipation. Our small community had come together in a way that seemed almost magical. Everywhere there were signs of our collective effort. The once empty lot was now filled with rows of food stalls, brightly colored game booths, and stages for local artists to showcase their talents. Each corner of the fair was a testament to our group's hard work and dedication. The food stalls were a hit, with mouth-watering aromas wafting through the air. Homemade pies, fresh grilled burgers, and exotic international cuisine. There was something for everyone. Behind each stall, community members served with pride and joy, their faces beaming with satisfaction. The game booths were abuzz with laughter and friendly competition. Children and adults alike tried their hand at different games, their eyes sparkling with excitement. Each game was run by a community member, their enthusiasm infectious, creating an atmosphere of camaraderie and fun. And then there were the local artists. They took to the stages and captivated the crowd with their talents. Musicians, dancers, painters, and poets, each one a shining example of the diverse talents within our community. Their performances not only entertained but also inspired, reminding us all of the rich tapestry of our shared culture and identity. As the sun set and the lights of the fair twinkled against the evening sky, it was clear that this was more than just a successful event. It was a celebration of our community spirit, a testament to what we could achieve when we worked together. The fair had brought us closer together, fostering a sense of unity and pride that lingered long after the last booth was packed away. The fair didn't just run smoothly, it brought the community closer together. This was the successful outcome of our shared journey, a clear sign that we had transformed our challenges into a triumph. It was the perfect end to a chapter that had reshaped my understanding of leadership and laid the foundation for many more successful endeavors to come. This experience taught me that leadership is not about dictating, but about guiding and unifying. It's a dance of sorts, a delicate balance between asserting your vision and embracing the collective wisdom of your team. It's about fostering an environment where everyone feels heard, valued, and invested in the mission at hand. One of the key lessons I learned on this journey is that leadership is an action and an example. It's about stepping up when needed, even when it's daunting, even when you don't feel ready. Remember, courage is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. Another valuable insight is the power of listening. Truly listening to your team not only fosters trust and respect, but it also uncovers invaluable insights. It's about understanding their passions, their fears, their ideas, and harnessing these to create a shared vision. The third lesson is about adaptability. Change is constant, and resistance is a natural part of any transformative process. Your ability to adapt, to pivot when needed, it's about transforming doubt into trust, resistance into collaboration, and challenges into opportunities. Finally, Remember that leadership is about transformation. It's about guiding your team from where they are to where they have the potential to be. It's about harnessing their individual strengths, fostering a sense of unity, and creating an environment where everyone is motivated to give their best. Embrace challenges as catalysts for growth. Step up, listen, and transform. Because in the end, leadership is not just about the destination, it's about the journey. It's about the people you inspire along the way, the lives you touch, and the difference you make. Let's step up, embrace the challenge, and embark on your own leadership journey.